Okay, so couple of weeks ago, I reached the milestone of 100 subscribers, and I want to thank you guys for that. As a celebration, I told you guys I was going to see if I can make a 100-yard cast with a fishing lure, and a lot of suggestions were thrown about with line and whatnot. I think I have the ingredients here to make that succeed, and I was gonna go over that with you guys. Of course, the reel I chose was the Calais 200 DC, and I am going with 15-pound Trilene big game. And it says the diameter is 0.015. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I was going to order a P-line laser minnow from Tackle Warehouse, but instead I decided to hit up Bass Pro Shop and see what they had to offer, and I saw these here. These look like they would fly through the air really good. So I took the hooks off, and let's weigh these spoons here. So without the hook, this spoon is right at 1 ounce. And this spoon is also should be right at 1 ounce. Yep. And these were listed as 5/8 of an ounce. It's almost 3/4 of an ounce. So with the hooks off, these things are almost 3/4 of an ounce. Okay. So just to see if I can knock this out in one try, I'm going to be using the 1 ounce lure, the Calais DC, and a Zodias 7'2" heavy fast action. This is the same rod I used in the frog casting battle between the CURADO and the TATULA. This is rated at 1/2 ounce to 1.5 ounces. So that should do the trick. It's 7'2". I'm not that tall, so I really can't swing these really tall, heavy rods that good, but maybe with some practice, I'll be able to do that. So gonna get out on the field and give it a shot and get back to you. Okay, so I'm out here trying to accomplish my 100-yard cast. I've got the Calais DC set to extreme mode. I've got the spool tension backed off, and I have the outside dial set to 1 before the minimum braking. I haven't really officially measured off any casts. Now when I got here, I did walk off with the rolling tape measure. 100 yards is almost to the woods there, to the tree line. So let me see if I can reach that. All right, here we go. Okay, that was a fail. I've turned the dial up 1. Let's try this again. Okay, all the line almost came off. And let's see how far that went. Okay, this thing only went 192 feet. So that's about 65 yards. And I this much line left. This is 15-pound mono, so I don't think this is the correct line choice, because there's hardly any line left to go an extra 35 yards. Okay, 186.2, so that's not going to do it either. Alright, here we go. Tighten up the cast control and I loosened up the brake. .172.2. So that's pretty short. Very disappointing. So I'm gonna turn down the brakes one more time to the minimum, but I'm gonna tighten the cast control one click and see what happens. Okay, that was really bad. Okay. Okay, that's the best one yet. 207 and 6 inches, but we still have 93 feet left to go, and all the line almost came off. So I'm gonna give it one more cast, and then we'll go back to the drawing board. dang, all the line came off. Hope you guys saw that. Crap. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. Now I'm gonna have to find the line. Here it is. I'm gonna have to wind it all the way back through the guides. Okay, 224 feet. Still 76 feet short. And that number is skewed because the line flew off the spool. So now we know I do not have enough line to even make that cast, even if I could hit it. So back to the drawing board. Maybe I'll have to resort to some braid. Coated braid, if I can find some that are affordable. But yeah, the first try at 100 yards is a failure. And back to the drawing board. Okay, so just got back from the field. It was hot. I was sweating my ass off. And as you can see, the quest for a 100-yard cast was a failure. I think the best I could do was about 75 yards. Now there were some factors involved. The first main factor, as you could probably see, was there just was not enough line capacity. Like at the end, I think I threw all the line off of this thing. So maybe I should go back down to a 12-pound mono, but I'm not sure if that can handle a one ounce lure. Maybe I need to look into some braid or some gliss or something like that. Another factor was I couldn't really get a good rod swing in. I'm not really used to trying to cast 100 yards with such a heavy lure. And one thing as well is this reel, since it's all metal, it weighs a damn ton. And let me show you what I mean. Okay, so this reel filled with line weighs almost 10 ounces. So to put that in perspective, this reel, the ALDEBARAN 50, which is probably my favorite reel to fish, weighs only 4.7 ounces. So two of these ALDEBARANs weigh about as much as one of these Calais DC. So if you ever played baseball or softball, you know the lighter the bat, the faster you could swing it. The reel itself may also be a limiting factor. Now I know this back in the day when it came out was the longest caster, but times have changed and technology has increased. Maybe I need to go to this reel here, but as you can see, the line capacity, the spool is so shallow, there is no way that this would hold enough mono to be able to make that cast. Now, just a clarification I wanted to make. This is not really a 100 capacity spool like I've been saying. Shimano Japan and one of the viewers told me that this is actually a 70 line capacity. And I went on the website, and sure enough, they show this as a 70 line capacity. Now there is a deep spool available for this that I could buy, but I don't know if I want to spend the money just for this test. Maybe the CHRONARCH MGL is an option. Maybe the 13 METANIUM is an option because that's got a deeper spool. But a couple of things that contribute to how well this casts is not only is the spool light, it's got the cone-shaped level wind. I don't know if you guys can see there. Shimano's been using these cone-shaped level winds for a long time. Well over 15 years. In fact, the Calais DC has a cone-shaped level wind as well. And the ALDEBARAN even has a even bigger cone-shaped level wind. Look at that. So I guess it's back to the drawing board. And I'd like to hear some more suggestions on how you guys can help me reach that 100-yard cast. I'm going to look into some different line and probably even look into a shorter rod so I can get a much better rod speed going when I cast. And probably a lot of practice on my part as well would contribute to that. Okay, leave some comments and suggestions in the comment section, and I'll talk to you guys later.